Hey everyone, how we doing today? You're back again with let me turn this off. Hey everyone, we're back again featuring the Marcus in the kitchen, and I hope that everybody's okay. Today we're going to be making neck bones, as you can see, fairly large ones. First thing first, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands. Go ahead and wash my hands. I'm gonna use soap to wash my hands off with. Wash my hands right quick. Had the hat on by mistake. Go ahead and get started. I'm gonna dry my hands off. As you can see, these are some fairly big ones that were bought from Food Town. Food Town. You always gotta like Food Town because they give you big pieces. They don't give you no small ones and stuff. Gotta love them and they fresh. Look at how thick that is for a neck bone. Big pieces of neck bones. Look at that one. So you gotta like Food Town quality. I love it. So yeah, we're gonna go back to doing what we're doing. Thank you for who's ever in the stream right now. I just touched meat, so I'm gonna wash my hands again, and we're gonna go through the seasonings to pick out what season I want to use. The season that we're gonna go with today is soul food seasoning. Hey, Master. Hi. Hey, Avani. Okay, let me make all the. How are y'all doing today? We're gonna go with whole food seasoning. Let's see what else we got up in here. I'm making turkey necks. I mean pork neck bones today. I have to think about that for a minute. Let me see what season we got. This is my open one. I didn't want to open it. Yeah, but this one goes good when it comes to stuff like neck bones. When it comes to turkey, a whole lot of stuff that this one works by Classic Spice. I'm a fan of them. Let y'all see what my seasons are looking like in the kitchen. I have like this whole thing full of seasonings. I'm always prepared. Then got these over here. Got noodles, and then there's seasons and stuff back up in there. They get that more organized. They even got seasons that's up there and the other stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna continue doing that. And so gonna go ahead and adjust the camera for a second. There we go. It works. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that every one side of each first, so I can put an even season on all sides. Make sure we get it even on each one of those. Then we're going to turn it to opposite side. We're going to do the same to the opposite side. We're going to season on all 4 sides of the neck bones. Making sure that I get the ends. I like this using this oven pan because it's easier for me to season stuff. We're going to turn it to the 3rd side. We're going to season it again. Season to the 4th side, because you know how some people be seasoned, they forget the ends. The ends count just as well as the front and back. Let me see, like that. Get it on this other side. Sure we don't miss that side. Flip that one yet. Okay. Wash my hands again right quick. All right. You'll see me washing my hands quite a bit because that's just how I am. Sure we get that real good. In case I missed anything. Okay. I'm going to take those and use we're going to use a seasoning blend, which you can see what that is. It's basically a seasoning with different stuff. This has a mixture of onions. Yeah, it has onions in it and all that stuff. So onions, celery, greens, red peppers, and parsley flakes, which will give the neck bones a bit more seasoning to it. So you're gonna see me put this in here. Y'all can see what that's about. It's a mixture of different, like parsley and all the other stuff, onions and stuff. Just that in there. Okay. We're not gonna put a lot in there. We're just gonna put a little bit. for a second. Let's see, we put this in there. Just a little bit more. Fill it all the way up with some water. And the water is important that you put it to the side. Don't directly on the neck bones. If you do, the season it will rub out. If you put it to the side, most of the season will stay on the neck bones. So when it boils the neck bones to make them softer, it'll be still like in there. So I fill that up to the things because they're gonna shrink regardless. I had to check that, by the way. And I like these tops that we got. These pins that we got, or these pins that we got, they don't burn. They some good pins and stuff. They heat up around the whole thing instead of it being center. So I'm gonna do that like that. I'm gonna put these on medium. Yeah, we're gonna put those on medium so that y'all can see what we're doing. Organize that out. Put that on medium. Let me fix that right quick. There we go. You have to adjust that. You want that to boil. What size do you want to fix with that? I have breakfast spares. I'm not gonna do that. I have frozen fruit, but I don't like to do that. So what we're gonna do is a mixture of stuff that I can do with it actually. The Asian vegetables. This has a mixture of broccoli, carrots, peas, celery, the snap peas that is, celery, red peppers, garlic, salt, and yeah, it's a mixture of that. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna go with squash. Yeah, they can hear me. I want to make sure. Yes. Yeah, new knife set. The new knife set. Show it off. I'll show it off in a minute. The new knife set is by KitchenAid. I'm gonna use some country crock. We are going to use. We had vegetable seasoning in here somewhere. In my pots, I like how they have pots. I like how they have the little measuring things because I don't have to use measuring stuff. I'm just gonna add them with some water. locking in place. Um, I really like to clean it up, washes them off anyway. It's acting up, so I'm going to fix that one while I return it. So I'm going to do the same too. Yeah. We're going to let it go for about 45 minutes to an hour at medium. And the vegetables should be done in about 20 minutes. Get that over there. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. Last dishes. One. Good for now. And then we're going to just clean this off. No, it's okay. You're good. You can hear me, right? Make sure that y'all can hear me. So, okay. So I'm gonna move my camera. I have the neck bone one, which is in here. The neck bone's going. That's the moisture. I seasoned those with the soul food seasoning. We're gonna let those go for about 40 minutes to an hour. Then I have the Asian stir fry mix, which has the carrots, broccoli, peas, and celery. I think was in there. Asian mix, and then over here, because my aunt likes squash, we have squash going in with that. So it's a Sunday dinner basically. I'm gonna let that boil, and then I'm gonna put some bitter season on the season. The hold on, yeah, complete season, which that will give it a good give the vegetables a good taste. Because bitter season can go on the complete season can go on either vegetables or that complete go on either vegetables or meats. Let's see, what do I have up here? What else do I could do rice with that. I could do it. That would need uh, red beans and rice. Red beans and rice. That sounds pretty legit. Hmm. That's 3 cups of water. I can do that. So I can do that with a net. Vonnie, what was you up to today? That for now. This over to there. Okay, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of water. Put that there. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. Okay. That to a boil for red beans and rice. Like I said, we're going to use our complete seasoning, and we're going to put that on the squash and the. We're going to put that on the squash and the squash is boiling. That on that. I'm going to put that on the steamed vegetables. Haven't did that yet. So give y'all a glimpse right quick of what's going on. So that's how quick I like these peas because they start boiling almost. Show you exactly what that looks like. We have the steamed vegetables, the Asian mix. It's just seasonless water. That. Then we have the neck bones, pork neck bones, and then we have this over here boiling, the squash. And then we have that water that's getting ready to boil. As you can see, it's already steaming. I just put that in. That's why I like those pans because those pans they don't boil just in the center. They boil around the whole pot. They were $180 for those pans. I can do that to that with those back up. Then I can come in and do that. That was the vegetables, so I can wash that back off again. The toss back on there. Continue to boil. You put the one on the water. What was that? Something that has a little bit of moisture coming out from the side, I guess. Like that circle lock. Okay, we're gonna go take a preview of the living room for a second. Look at that. This wonderful 80-inch TV. Gotta fix the couch right quick. Then we have the liquor area. This is just one of the places. And then we have the 80-inch TV. Houston spot. But I have another house too. I have 2 houses. I have one here and I have one in Missouri City. This is the townhouse upstairs. We have 3 bedrooms, and then that stuff. So, because I don't like to problem with having a bigger house, which is the one in Missouri City. Um, it's a lot of work to clean up the other house, so we're using this one for now with the pandemic stuff going on. Okay, so it is 3:55. I'm gonna time the timer on the refrigerator to come and check on this in another 20 minutes. You can see that steam coming up to the steam. And that steam that you see that's coming out of those pots, yeah, y'all can see it right up here, basically. But the steam that you see coming out of those pots is coming from the little hole, which I like because that makes the food cook a whole lot faster. So with that being like that, I can actually dial it down some on the vegetables since we have where we want them to boil. Okay, now we got that water boiling in there. I'm gonna turn the front one down a little bit. I sincerely believe in eating vegetables. Okay, our things is boiling, so we're gonna turn that down. The neck bones are boiling, so we're gonna turn that down just a little bit. Our neck bones are boiling, so I had to cut the temperature down from to the second level. That's why I like those pots because I don't have to use like if it was those other pots that y'all seen me with in the previous videos, they would have burnt up. I mean, they would have took long, not burnt up, but they would have took longer to get hot. These they don't take that long to get hot at all. There's our red bean and rice mix, which is already boiling. We're going to boil for 3 minutes. I'm gonna follow that. I do red beans and rice on my own, but I'm just gonna use. I like using the Louisiana box. I'll rinse the spoon off again. I don't know if y'all realize it, but I'm starting to lose weight again. I'm down to like 155 pounds or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna put the top back on those. Yeah, I'm down to like 155 pounds. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna be doing a gaming stream later on in a little bit. So yeah, if y'all are around, you get the chance to see that. This over on the side, it'll boil like that. Just to get over. That's what we want. Like the boil like that. Wash that again. Now wash this top off because I don't want that to see how that gets on there because they boil so good. I'll wash that off for a second. I don't like when it sticks to it and make it turn hard, and then it messes up the frame. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see. That's where I can see them. Try to sit and get that right, that moisture off of them. Okay, we're going to turn this down to a medium. Just wash that off again. My house likes these to be buttery, so butter on there. I don't know why, but they like them buttery like that. Move ones in the rear down because they're still boiling back there. And clean this off again. That way it won't cross-contaminate our meats and our vegetables, and I don't have to clean up that much. Put the sauce back on. We turn that down to medium, I believe. I'm gonna cook these for beans. Got to cook for 20 to 25 to 30 minutes. I'm not worried about that. What the heck is that? Okay. It's not boiling the way I want to, so we're gonna raise that temperature back up just a little bit more. It is smelling real good in this kitchen. Gotta make sure we stay stirring the beans up. Okay, we're gonna add some margarine, to those beans. Yeah,
Look at this. Yeah, I was calling you to see if you had cooked
I'm almost done.
because I was gonna stop off and get some, but
Yeah, I'm Sunday here. I got chat behind us.
oh, okay.
Hey everyone, this is my aunt. No, you good?
Hello. I need to what you had cooked?
We got squash, we got Asian vegetables, we got red beans and rice, and we got neck bones.
We got rice?
Sorry, Sue.
Oh,
I'm thankful.
oh God. Where is that bag?
Right there. Okay, so now I gotta add margarine to the red beans and rice. If you don't have margarine, butter works as well. You got to add the margarine to the red beans and rice. I'm gonna stir those up right quick. Oh, they'll turn out perfectly. Okay, the squash, I can pretty much, I'm gonna test it with a fork. And then I can go from there and turn it off. So I won't overcook that. And pull this up out of here. Test the squash right quick.
You can butter the squash?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's what we want to make. They're done. Let's squash is done, and so is the vegetables, so I can turn those off.
You don't got no room to put this on.
I'm gonna take the trash out of that. Finish cooking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna finish eating it. That way it won't be fully sort of empty. Okay, so our squash and our vegetables are done. We're just waiting for red beans and rice to get done, and our neck bones. At least the house smell good smell too.
I was like, when I stepped in the door, I was like, oh, you cook.
That's what I've been drinking since you left out of this, you know. No longer some water.
You saw this stupid motherfucker did when I came back this way. You was looking like a mother. Like she gonna jump in front of my car and I was gonna hit her bitch ass too.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
She had some real problems.
Yeah,
Like, so,
it was really
you talking about this morning when you came back?
when I had this morning when you had in the
Because she
house,
was walking.
I wanted to make sure you got in the house.
You good, trust me. If she started me all over, just.
Mm.
Yeah, because they-
I don't know if you got it. I
Yeah,
tried to look it up. But
they don't report stuff in this area. I noticed it shows up on crime statistics. Eventually they'll update about maybe tomorrow.
yeah.
But as far as what actually happened with that, they don't show it because of the news.
Um,
Because the area is known for
huh? What should somebody do?
I think she does speak with water too sometimes. Oh yeah, we are still here. Let's stir this up again. Make sure it don't burn. Oh, it is turning out perfect. Okay, I'm going to add some beans, pinto bean seasoning. I believe we have that here somewhere. I believe we have pinto bean seasoning here somewhere, so we're going to try that out. And do we have it here? Because I know we had it before. We can actually put soul food seasoning in the pinto beans. If we don't, and that'll work that way. Yeah, we don't have pinto bean seasoning. I actually put a little bit of that in there. So I still see that going. Okay, that is our cooking timer. Which just as a reminder in case I forget something. Food Town do not surprise me with their stuff because they had a history of selling big parts back in the day. Now, one thing you can put in the neck bones to make sure that they be soft, but I'm not worried about that because of the type of penis that I have, is I can add, let's do our soft test. Okay, these need to go more. Let's see how we did the stick test and it's not pulling out the way I wanted it to pull out. That means that it needs, see how hard that was for that to pull out? That means that that needs to stay boiling for another 20 minutes. I can also get the temperature up. Okay. Now we're going to wash this little fork off. Wash the flame off. I'm going to set my timer back in for another 20 minutes. I'm going to put the top back on it. So it can continue boiling. I'm going to raise the rear temperature up just a little bit to medium again. You go ahead and check on the red beans and rice and make sure they're not burning. They are turning out perfectly. The cool thing about these pans that we had got, they also keep the food warm for some time. Now, one little trick that I am going to do, a lot of people that do this off camera, that sometimes you have to taste your juices to see how well seasoned your stuff is turned out, but I'm pretty confident that this is seasoned well based on how I did it earlier. So when I cook, you can smell it before you open the door? Stir the red beans and rice up again. We'll go ahead and take that off so that we can get that to get thicker. Take this and clean the top off so that stuff won't get crusted to it. Food is almost done. I'm just trying to get the neck bones to be a little bit softer.
Okay. What time is that?
What time is it now? Probably, let's see, how long have I been cooking? Hour and 7 minutes. And that was took about 4 minutes to get sauce.
No, we don't. No, all days, and that is,
Maybe you can get some more different brands. Because it got me to use them unless it's a few months. Or if you can leave because there's no seeing this is very good. There might be just something online to see if they have what's working. The actual brands and the use it. But the city of Houston, another thing that's in the country. Is what I see in the different ones at the schools and stuff. It's not good. The ones that was there were HCC and some of the other schools that had technology programs. Said the other schools are junky and sort of good. Because UT, they got over 200 million from the state. HCC had got funding from the state, but they also got some from the county. The county paid HCC $4 million. red beans and rice is just about done. We can go for about another 5 minutes and that should be good. Whatever that is, that's that. Oh, because I don't want the rims to get. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted right there. That is the tenderness that we were looking for. And get that last one to go and I'll be satisfied. That is exactly the tenderness that I wanted. When I know that vinegar done cool down, that's when I know that the food is ready to serve. As y'all can see, I didn't use any salt. We'll see how that turns out. That's still warm, so I don't like to do that. And as y'all can see, I've cleaned the silver off almost 20 times since cooking. See how this boils? That is the neck bones. They are doing pretty good. The vegetables done. The squash is done. That is the red beans and rice. You can see that steam that it's creating. I don't know if y'all can see it off camera. Let's see. Yeah, they can see the steam. That way y'all can get a glimpse of what it's actually doing. The steam that's coming through the little pores, that's what we like. Okay, I'm gonna stir these one more time, and then we're gonna turn them off. That's how you get red beans and rice to the perfect temp. We're done with those. Pour some of this out in a drain back a little. And some of our squash. Now we're going to turn this off for about 2 more minutes. Right back. We're turning the timer off because that's done. Take this. All of that is done. Okay. And that's how we got. Let me take this off too. You can see that. That's a well done meal. Neck bones, the mixed vegetables, or the spring, the Asian vegetable mix, the squash, and the red beans and rice. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Later on, I'm going to get on. I'm going to stream a game and go from there. Y'all have a good afternoon or good day.